Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Nick, and this is his famous Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker deck. This is by far one of my most favorite decks I've got to play against because it's a fun deck. It really is. Kiki-Jiki is notorious. He's an ass kicker. And that's what he does. He breaks mirrors and faces. Nick, take it away.
Alrighty, so like Darren said, we got Kiki-Jiki, the Mirror Breaker here. 2/2 for 5 with haste. When he comes, you tap him to put a copy of target non-legendary creature into play. Dies at the end of the turn. Pretty simple. Got 6 non-basic lands. Ancient Tomb. 2 mana, 1 land. Real quick. A little bit of mana excel.
Ramps up fast.
Valakut, playing a mountain, lightning bolt somebody.
You don't have to pick him up. There we go. That way everybody can see him, Nick. There. Okay.
Temple of the False God, same thing with Ancient Tomb.
Staple.
Terrain Generator, allows me to play more than 1 mountain a turn.
This is good in any multicolored deck, especially something that doesn't run green. It's a land that helps you ramp out lands. It's awesome.
It's good in any deck, not just multicolor.
You're right.
Tectonic Edge, blowing up annoying lands such as Maze of Ith.
Cabal Coffers. Now, do you run the Crucible Worlds?
No,
Okay.
I should, but I do not at this point.
Gotcha.
Strip Mine.
Same thing.
Same thing as Tectonic Edge.
Foil.
Yes, a foil mountain and another one.
And another.
And we got 32 mountains.
How many lands total?
38.
38 lands. I like 38 lands. That's my go-to number for lands.
Yeah,
I'm sure you all know my thoughts on less than 38 lands. I get land screwed often, so I run less than that. I'm just guaranteeing my own destruction.
38's always worked well for me, so
Yeah, me too.
We'll stick with that. Gauntlet of Power gives my creatures a small power boost and doubles my mana.
Oh yeah.
Cage Sun.
Same thing. Doubling that mana. Now question, do you run extra planar lens?
No,
Why?
I do not have it.
Oh, you don't. But you would if you had it.
Most likely.
Gotcha.
But instead I have Cold Steel Heart come into play, choose red, generates 1 mana.
For 2 mana.
Yep. The staple Soul Ring.
Oh yeah.
Sphere of the Sun's basically the same thing as Cold Steel Heart, only I only get 3 activations out of it.
Now, do you ever find that the number of charge counters plays a factor? Is it pretty irrelevant?
It's pretty irrelevant with another card I have in here that we'll see later.
Gotcha. I just didn't know if you ever, run out of counters, then realize, oh shoot, this really screws me.
I've run out of counters on it before, but there's a way to fix that.
Gotcha.
So, Ruby Medallion reduces the cost of my red stuff by
It's a
1.
mono red deck, and what more would you want?
Fire Diamond.
Taps for red, and it's 2 mana.
Yep. Now for the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, Staff of Domination.
Staff of Domination allowing me to untap Kiki.
This thing is a Swiss Army knife for EDH. It's got 5 different modes, and they're all good. They're all relevant. I mean, okay, gain 1 life, not too great, but I mean, if you have nothing else and it's the end of your opponent's turn, hey, why not? Untap target creature, untap your Kiki-Jiki. Tap target creature, access some defense, draw a card. That's also huge, especially when you got mana doublers like you got. It's a Swiss Army knife. I love it.
1,000-Year Elixir, also allowing me to untap Kiki.
Amazing.
Vandal Blast.
That's a very underrated card, and the more and more I see it playing in MTG Online, I want to run it. And I don't have any. It's freaking uncommon. Destroy all your opponent's artifacts. What's not to like about that?
Exactly. Goblin Bombardment. Sacrifice 1 of my Kiki tokens. They're dying anyway. Might as well get a little bit of extra damage out of them.
That's one really good theme with this deck is Nick capitalizes a lot on things dying versus things coming into play. So not only are we're making extra value with Kiki-Jiki with those come to blade triggers, but we're also getting extra value about capitalizing on when they die. Continue. Had to throw in my 2 cents.
Blood Moon.
That's like a knife in everybody's back. The Blood Moon knife.
I run the majority are my lands are mountains, so it doesn't really affect me all that much.
Very little, but I mean, if somebody is running a like a 3-color deck, you got to have a diverse land base, and this will destroy you if you're not prepared for it.
Yep. Chaos Warp, simple little bit of a removal.
It's excellent because it hits permanents, so it's very diverse.
Or I've also been known, if I'm in a tight spot or there's just really nothing else going on, to Chaos Warp my own Kiki tokens to see what I top.
Yeah, top deck something if you're really in a bad spot.
Yeah. Gelum Tome, a little bit of card draw.
That's an interesting choice. You don't see that run very often. You find you really get good value out of that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ready, Scrap Savant, the new red General Planeswalker.
Oh, yeah.
Again, a little bit of card draw. I can grab, with his second ability, I can grab, say, Worm Coil from the graveyard. He can do lots of fun, different things.
Now, question with him. Do you, how many artifacts do you run in there, do you know?
I am not sure quite right off the top of my head, but there is quite a few.
Gotcha. You run quite a few. So there's a lot of targets you can hit with that.
Yep.
He's really good. Like you said, red card draw. I mean, dump what you don't need and hopefully draw something you do.
Oblivion Stone.
Board wipe.
Yep. The only one in the deck.
You don't run the Vinral's Disc?
Nope.
Would you? No?
I don't know.
Don't really need it.
Hasn't been an issue.
Gotcha.
Sneak Attack.
A foil sneak attack.
Foil Judge promo Sneak Attack.
What? That's pretty swag right there.
Yep.
Sneak attack swag. Sneaky swag.
Yep. Allows me to play my big guys for 1 red.
Swag attack for 1 red.
Yeah. Well, they die at the end of the turn, but that's no big deal.
Right.
Gratuitous Violence.
That is a lot of amount. That's a lot of violence right there. A gratuitous amount of violence.
We were just discussing this on the way over here.
We were. This is really cool, and it's a very, very optimal choice card, I think, because it says a creature you control will deal damage. Now, we'll get to it eventually, but he has Fanatic Amogus in here, which, when it enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to the devotion for red to target creature or player, right?
Yep.
So, with Gratuitous Violence out, that's doubled. What's the other one? The Thraxis something?
Spawn of Thraxis.
Spawn of Thraxis, same thing, equal to the number of your mountains, which you're always going to have a lot of mountains, being your mono red. So, boom, doubles the damage. We also talked about Scuttling Doom Engine.
One of my favorite cards. When he dies, he deals 6 damage normally.
You make a token, you swing with it, it hits, oh well, but it dies at end of turn, deals 6 damage. Oh wait, it deals double. So, it's a very cool card, and it only works for you.
Yep. Warstorm Surge.
That themes very well with the deck.
Very, very well.
Very well.
And with Gratuitous Violence, my creatures are coming into play, dealing double damage. Equal.
It does. It says it deals,
Yep.
so this will... Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's a good little combo there.
Ashnod's Altar.
Again, capitalizing on creatures dying, because that Kiki-Jiki token's going to die anyway. Why not make some mana and keep playing shit? It's amazing.
Yep.
Skull Clamp. Boom. Again, capitalize on them things dying. It's going to die at end of turn. Might as well draw 2 cards.
Rings of Brighthearth, copying Kiki's ability, so instead of putting in 1 token, I'm putting in 2.
Oh, yeah.
Or copying Duretti's abilities if it comes to that.
So many abilities you can copy with that.
Yep.
That thing has lurched up in price so much. Like, I swear to God, maybe a month ago it was like $8. Now it's like 20 some. It really sucks because I want one and don't have one. Dang it! I waited too long on the market for that one.
Shattering Pulse, a little bit more artifact hate.
Buyback. It's just like capsize to me.
Yep.
You get a lot of uses out of that.
Gamble.
Tutor for red. Gotta have it.
Yep.
Sensei's top.
The staple top. Liquid Metal Coating.
That's an interesting choice. Why do you have it?
Because I have a lot of, okay, not a lot, but several artifact hate cards in here.
Oh, duh, Vandal Blast and Shadow. We just went over that. I am
Yep.
slow today.
You're a little slow every day. But
Every darn day. And this also goes well with Duretti.
Yes,
Hey,
it
I'm going to tap and make one of my plethora of mountains, an artifact, second, bring back Worm Coil,
Whatever.
duplicate, whatever.
Yep.
It has its uses.
Oh, look, more artifact.
Oh, look at that. Shattering Spree.
Banefire.
Banefire. It's good. This is my favorite of the X spell burn cards because if it's over 5, which 99.4% of the time, it's going to be more than 5. Can't be countered, can't be prevented. Suck it!
Yep. Good way to finish a game. Magerite Stone, again, untapping Kiki.
Yep.
Lightning Greaves,
Staple.
protecting Kiki, protecting whatever I have out. Thornbite Staff.
That looks like a combo piece there, Nick.
It is a combo piece.
Looked a little hesitant there. That's a combo piece, Nick. What?
Now, when Kiki comes into play, it automatically equips, and then whenever a creature dies, equipped creature untaps.
So every turn, every other player's turn, you're getting a free untap.
Or if I have, say, Kiki out and a sack outlet out,
Oh, like Goblin Bombardment. Ashnod's Altar.
Yep.
And that'll go infinite with those.
Yes, it does.
Man, that's nasty.
It's fun. Good times. Swiftfoot Boots, again, like Lightning Greaves, just protection for my creatures. Spawn of Thraxes, which we were just discussing a little bit ago.
This is a good creature even without Kiki-Jiki because 7 mana 5/5 flyer. So it's a good creature, a big creature right off the bat. And even if you don't have Kiki-Jiki, you're still doming somebody or something for a lot of damage.
At least 5 normally.
Oh yeah.
Tyrant of Discord.
That's an interesting choice.
He comes into play. He's not only is he a big body, he starts destroying permanents.
That's cool. I like that.
Keldon Champion, just a little guy, comes into play, bolts somebody.
Gotcha.
Don't
Not
much
bad.
care for the Echo, but
Yeah, who does? Who likes Echo?
Inferno Titan.
That's an excellent card. I don't care what anybody says. I like all the Titans, really.
Similar to Keldon, he comes into play, he bolts somebody or something,
And being mono red, he can really lay a hurt into somebody.
and that.
And Kiki-Jiki, I mean, you're getting twice the triggers with him. Enter the battlefield and attack. Twice the triggers.
Clone Shell,
A very unorthodox creature, but it
but
works.
but a very good creature in Kiki.
In my opinion, this is one of the best cards in Kiki-Jiki because
I
it could
agree.
really hammer stuff out.
Yes, it can.
I mean, you play it for 5 mana, 2/2, not very great. Look at the top few cards of your library. Exile a creature, make a token. With Kiki-Jiki, same thing. Look at the top so many cards, exile a creature, clone shell token dies in a turn, and boom, you got that creature. You're just cheating stuff into play.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Duplicate.
Yeah.
Creature removal, and it's gone for good.
Oh yeah.
Molten Primordial.
He doesn't get a lot of recognition.
No, he doesn't, but he
good.
deserves it.
He does. He can close out a game.
Last time I played this deck at this house here, I greased a player, as Darren said.
Oh, that was Justin and Muzio. That was a little backstory about this game. I felt really bad. Okay, it was my fault. You know, there's like 4 or 5 of us playing, me, Justin, Nick, and a couple other guys, and I had the ability to kill Kiki-Jiki as it's sitting out there, but I'm like, it's not hurting me. It's not doing anything just yet. I'm gonna let it pass. Next thing I know, Nick poops out a bunch of other things, Molten Primordial being one, makes a few copies, steals a bunch of stuff, and boom, Justin's dead. It's like, oh my god, that could have been prevented or at least slowed down a little bit if I could have killed Kiki-Jiki. His death was on my hands, people. It was pretty funny. It was one of those out of the blue plays, out of the blue, do a bunch of stuff, hey, you're dead, kind of things, but it was fun.
In my defense, I warned Justin that it was coming if he messed with Kiki.
In your defense, it was fun. It was a fun
It
game.
was a good game. Outrage Shaman.
Interesting.
He's an interesting little creature I ran into. When he comes into play, he deals damage equal to the number of red symbols among permanents I control to target creature.
That's like a better version of Flame Tongue Kabu.
Yes.
Which is spot removal with Kiki-Jiki.
Yep. Tuk Tuk Scrapper.
Tuck, tuck.
Comes into play, destroys target artifact, deals damage equal to the number of allies I control to that artifact's controller.
Well, that's cool. So it's almost like a Viashino Heretic.
Yeah.
Do you run that in here?
Yes, I do.
Ah, sweet. See, there's just so many targets for liquid metal coating.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more relevant.
Goblin Welder. Now, you were asking me earlier about Sphere of the Suns, if I ever run out of charge counters on it.
Okay.
If I do, Welder is here, sack it out, turn it into a worm coil. If I need it back later, sack something else out and get it back.
Gotcha. I like that. That's a neat little combo.
Siege Gang Commander.
Puts out tokens and flings them.
Yep. Avalanche Riders. A little bit of land hate.
So with this card, being it doinks lands and it could really, really lay a hurt into somebody with Kiki-Jiki, do you ever pay the Echo?
Oh, yeah.
So you do pay the Echo on this one. Okay. Cool.
I pay the Echo almost all the time on all my creatures with Echo. I'm just not very fond of it.
Nobody's fond of Echo.
Worm Coil Engine, simple.
Self-explanatory. This is an amazing Kiki-Jiki target because it gains you life, which this is a deck that doesn't have a lot of life gain sources.
No.
So every little bit counts.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Worm Coil Engine's amazing, fatty to begin with, but he dies with Kiki-Jiki and you get the tokens. The tokens stay, so why not? Make as many copies as you want.
Yep. Mindclaw Shaman.
Gotta love Mindclaw.
Yep. Comes into play, steal an instant or sorcery from my opponent's hand.
And in multiplayer EDH, you're gonna get something good. You just gotta pick the right person.
I love green and black players. Steal their tutors, steal their mana.
Oh man, that would suck.
It's good times. Solemn.
This right behind Clone Shell. Oh well, Clone Shell is right behind this. This is the public enemy #1 when it comes to Kiki-Jiki. This thing will shit out card advantage like it's nobody's business. No joke.
Yep.
You get this and acceptable amounts of lands in your opening hand, you're probably gonna win.
Most likely.
Yeah. That's like whenever I get an opening hand, if I'm running green, if I ever get Oracle Moldiah, I have a great game. I don't know why, if it's in my opening hand, I'm having a great day.
Yeah. Goblin Gardener.
A little more land hate.
A little more land hate. When he dies, destroy a land.
And the cool thing about this card to take note of is its power and toughness. 2/1, so it's very skull clampable, so it's very, very good.
Myr Battlesphere. Big guy. Comes into play, puts a bunch of little guys in. Tap the little guys, make the big guy deal more damage. It's just
putting
crazy.
out tokens like Siege Gang.
Steal Hellkite.
It's just a solid creature.
Solid creature, big flyer, destroys permanents.
Yep.
What's not to love?
Yeah, you're right. What's not to love? Only a communist wouldn't like that.
Invader Parasite. A little more land hate, but this is a little more permanent land hate. Lands are gone for good.
Yeah, the lands are gone for good.
And on the original, whenever a player plays a land that shares the same name,
say like forest, plains,
shocks
islands.
them.
Oh man, it Zozoos them.
Yep. Goblin Matron allows me to tutor up a goblin.
So what do you tutor up for that? Just welder and
Welder, Siege Gang, Kiki if he gets tucked.
Oh, that's a good thought. That's actually a really good thought. That's a very clever choice. I like that.
And there's one more good goblin.
Gotcha, Lightning Crafter.
Combo piece.
Yeah, dirty, nasty combo piece.
Yep.
Doom Engine.
One of my favorite creatures in this deck.
Oh, yeah.
Comes when he dies, deals 6. There's the Fanatic that we were discussing earlier, dealing lots of damage to each opponent, I guess. It doesn't deal to players or creatures. Hoarding Dragon tutors up an artifact.
This is a very, very excellent card. This is a lot like Clone Shell and Solemn Simulacrum because it tutors up for an artifact. This can be a sword. It can be... what?
The battery. I don't know what's going on with the...
it's probably fine.
Okay.
But it's a good card. It tutors up something, and when it dies, you get that something.
Stalking Vengeance, another really good creature in here. When creatures I control die, they deal damage equal to their power to target player.
Yep.
Gets to be brutal. With Perforos, God of the Forge.
Hammers out damage when you hammer out tokens.
Yep.
Zealous Conscripts.
Zealous Conscripts, a simple combo with Kiki.
Oh yeah, and it's just a good card all in all.
Yep. Viashino Heretic, a little more artifact hate.
Oh yeah, that's a solid card. It really is. That's a very underrated, underused card. It's solid as hell, people.
And Flame Tongue Kavu.
That's a Japanese Flame Tongue Kavu.
A Japanese Flame Tongue Kavu, yes.
That's nice. I like that.
He's put in a lot of work in this deck, killing.
Oh yeah, he does. He puts in
creatures.
work. Well, people, that is Nick's Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker deck. So we're going to do a couple games here in a minute, so stay tuned.